months back, Marcus at Reeves Electro introduced a new range of pedals into his already stellar lineup. The Reeves Electro Daughterboard series. Designed and built with his daughter Izzy, they released the Darlington Flyer, and oh my word, this thing was an instant hit for me and has actually been my main fuzz since I got it. So here we are with the sequel, the difficult second album for Izzy and the Daughterboard pedals. This is the Facet IZ. It's another fuzz but of a different flavour. Is it as special as the Darlington Flyer before it? Let's find out. If you like this video and any of the others on the channel, please go and hit that subscribe button. It really, really helps me out. Facet IZ is the first and flagship pedal in the upcoming Facet collection of fuzz face inspired pedals from Marcus and Izzy. There will be a few variants of the Facet over the next 6 months or so, but I'll leave it at that. I don't want to spoil too much for you guys, but there's some cool stuff coming. Not to take away from the Facet IZ at all, this thing is incredible, and it's a fuzz face inspired pedal, as I mentioned. A new contender in an already really saturated realm, I would say. What can the Facet IZ 101 bring to the table? Alongside the classic volume and fuzz knobs, we also have a tone control in the middle, and this is a really, really welcome addition. Just being able to shape your fuzz tone ever so slightly is really, really helpful. But the biggest tonal difference to a classic fuzz face, I would actually say an improvement to a classic fuzz face, is that this is a mid-forward fuzz pedal. Tuned for a pretty significant mid-hump, it cuts through a mix like no other fuzz face I've heard, but is still really full and thick. And why is this important? Well, a lot of people generally have trouble with fuzzers because they sound great at home, but as soon as you play with a band and step on one, your sound can sometimes disappear into the band mix. Having that all-important mid-hump counteracts all that while still sounding huge. As I said, full, thick, fat, juicy fuzz tones with that great mid-hump, and if you play around with the controls a little bit, it can get really honky as well. transistor nerds among you, I know you're out there, the Facet IZ is based around a pair of microelectronics C1016Y yellow dot transistors, hence the yellow colour scheme. These are actually the same transistors that are in Reeve's flagship Red Dot Sound Fuzz, but rated at an ever so slightly higher gain, meaning that this thing can rock out as much as any other fuzz face on the market, and you can get some pretty lively feedback tones out of it as well. However, with a lot of fuzz faces that are tuned for that slightly higher gain, you lose the ability to clean up on your guitar's volume knob. Not with the IZ though. Rolling back on your guitar brings back that beautiful crystal clear, clean tone that is so sought after from great fuzz faces. Impeccable build quality yet again from the Reeves duo. It's just great. It's just the best out there. And I would say the Facet IZ is definitely a worthy sequel to the unruly but still amazing Darlington Flyer. More classic sounding than the Darlington Flyer, and I think the tweaks that they've made to a typical fuzz face circuit are really, really welcome, especially that mid-forward tone. Keep your eyes peeled for the first drop of these coming very, very soon, and for anything else, make sure to follow Reeves on Instagram and sign up to their newsletter for the latest news on the drops. In my opinion, they've hit it out the park yet again.